Hello and welcome back to the Bring 'em It podcast. Just got Craig in again. It was nice audio last week. It was a bit naughty though, Craig, because he sent me a file that was 500 megabytes, and it meant that last week's episode for about 3 hours was up. It was literally 50% of the whole file, so it just stopped in the middle. Because I remember I was listening to it, and I was like, we were at the statue bit, and there was 3 minutes left, and I was like, was that whole thing with the shutters, was that all just like 5 minutes long?
Did you actually think that?
Well, no, I started to suspect it near the end, and I was like, nah, there's definitely more than 3 minutes of shutters like in that episode. But yeah, anyway, so I think I worked it out, but you know, this is why we're recording this quite early, just in case that messes up again. Anyway, all the unpleasantness. Yeah, the unpleasantness behind us. What's everyone been doing this week? Film related, preferably.
I can't think.
Slacker.
Let me have a look. Let me see if I can remind myself of anything.
While you're thinking, Rory, what about you?
I'm just looking at my Netflix to find out.
This is shut. Right. Well, I finally watched Shawshank Redemption. I did it on Tuesday night, just in case I didn't have time Wednesday night, because I wanted to declare it publicly on the film podcast.
But yeah, no, great podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't watched the highest rated film of all time until now.
Yeah. Well, it was a great film.
No,
I think
you just disgust me.
I would have preferred to just come across it though, like something like that, rather than just hear best film ever, because I think it does do that kind of thing where you think you're expecting something just completely unrealistic. But no, it was like it did to an extent. It did live up to its reputation. It was top tier.
Now that you've watched it, you can do that. When I first met Andy Dufresne quote in your Morgan Freeman voice.
But I won't do that, Tom.
No, come on.
Because it's not required of me.
Do it. No, we need to continue on from that amazing round. It's like part of our podcast history now.
Okay.
Do it for the pod.
When I first met Andy Dufresne.
Why did you start laughing before he'd even done it?
That was right. Oh, okay.
I started laughing midway through.
All
I heard was he went when, and you were like, ah!
when I first met Andy Dufresne.
You're like Eric Cartman in that episode where he loses his sense of humour and he just laughs at the wrong time.
That was the right time.
But yeah, anyway.
I figured out what I watched, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, go on.
I think I must be coming through late or something. I don't know what's going on. Right, so I watched. Have you seen The Babysitter? The one on Netflix.
No, I haven't.
I watched.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like it's about this kid who's obviously got a babysitter, and she tries to like sacrifice him to the devil. It's quite funny. The first movie, it's good.
It's quite an enjoyable film. Yeah.
Mm.
The second one's like set. I think he's like, I don't know, 8 years older or something. He's a teenager. And this girl like invites him out onto the lake. No one believes him in this timeline. Any of the stuff he says has happened. And it sort of all just starts happening again. It's good. It's funny. It's worth a watch. I wanted
to watch that.
Well, you can, Tom.
You should.
Well, yeah, I'll probably get to it, Henry.
Yeah.
I've also remembered what I watched.
Go on.
It's not as... so on Disney Plus they released a new Phineas and Ferb film.
Oh, great!
Oh, wow!
I watched it, and it was actually quite good.
I just thought of a podcast episode idea.
Phineas and Ferb.
Just sing theme tunes to beloved cartoons for the whole session for half an hour.
I mean, it sounds good to me.
It's just because I saw like a live performance of Phineas and Ferb on YouTube. I don't know how I found myself there, and I was like, "Hey, this is actually catchy. I'm enjoying this." And I watched the whole thing. I didn't click off, and I usually click off.
You watched the whole live stream of just Phineas and Ferb?
No, not the whole live stream, like the whole song. I don't listen to whole songs. I remember I was doing the music for pre-drinks once, and I was just skipping songs halfway through because I was like, I've got a lot to get through. Because I wanted to get every single song out there at least once. But yeah, it's a funny way to end the introduction. Like, what's everyone been up to? Yeah, we should probably say what we're actually going to do. Yeah, banter. We should probably say what we're going to do. You probably would have read the description, but today we're doing Room 101 as per our idea from Lucas Pecci. He's a Bring a Mit friend. He's a friend of the Bring a Mit. And he suggested that we do a little Room 101, but for film. Hence the fact that it's a film podcast. We should probably keep it to the genre.
we get it, Henry.
Yeah,
come on.
But we've got 3 each with one backup, just in case we're not really making time. But I think we will do that now after that long ass introduction. Should we? I was thinking, should we do it like sort of slight annoyance and then we'll end it with like our biggest one, if you can rank them. If you can look at all of your Room 101s and then rank them, because we've got 3 each.
You should have given us warning.
Well, okay, just have a little scan over now, Tom, and see which one you think is like the one you maybe had to force through a little bit. No, we didn't do that. We didn't force any of our ideas. Sorry about that. Right, okay. So do you want to start, Tom, or do you want to do your order a little bit more?
I'll let someone else go first because I want to.
I'll go first.
A bit more.
Shall I do the little cha-ching?
What is that? Where?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Cha-ching!
So, my slight annoyance that I want to put into Room 101 is Will Poulter's eyebrows. Does everyone know what they look like?
Oh my god! Come on. This is supposed to be serious.
You said serious first. Going further on.
Okay.
I've got serious ones as well.
If you forget his name, all you have to do is type in "weird eyebrow kid" into Google, and he comes up.
Exactly. I've got multiple reasons why these should go. So, first of all, that's exactly for him. For him, he needs them gone because he's more known for his eyebrows than he is for his acting, and that's bad. That reflects badly on him because he's actually quite a good actor, and I quite like him in some of the stuff he's done. Second of all, they look like they wanted to escape his face since I first seen him in a film. They look like they want to fly away, so let them be free, let them fly away, let them be in a painting like a lot of people think they are as seagulls. And did I have any other ones? Well, he's never really tried to like reshape them or anything, so I just feel like there's not really any originality coming out of them, and it'd just be best for everyone in the film industry if they went.
Have you done like a long list of your grievances?
No, I just wrote Will Poulter's eyebrows.
And then bullet points as to why you don't like
No, there's no bullet points. It's just of the dome, homie. Right, keep going.
I've got a question. So do you think he should have no eyebrows at all? Or just different ones?
Different ones. Because then he'd be known as No Eyebrow Kid. And then that'd just be just as bad.
If women are allowed to do one, I think we should be allowed to do it as well.
Well, let's not turn this into a gender thing. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I suppose everyone does it.
And Henry, you can if you want.
Yeah, but I've actually always been quite happy.
That's what Henry's going to put in Room 101. Women.
Another big classic, Henry.
Am I right?
Very film based.
Yeah, well, I suppose Will Poulter's eyebrows is very film based. But
he is an actor.
Yeah, I know.
He's an actor.
I'm just staring in the room.
Right, come on, next one.
Yeah, you go, Tom.
Okay. Well, mine's not going to seem as like bantery as that one. But the one I've put at the least annoying thing is Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Oh.
I was doing this and I was like, I like one of his films, Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I looked it up and he hadn't even directed it, so it's not even his film. And I really thought it was. So then that made me realise I don't like any of his films apart from maybe one or two.
Oh,
I don't like the way they look. I don't like his fetish for having his wife like be with Johnny Depp in every film. I think he's weird. I just don't like it.
Oh God.
So, like, with Rory's, his was sort of a jokey one. I've put down things that actually make me mad. And Tim Burton is one of them.
What did he do to you?
Well, he's my uncle, so
Oh wow!
yeah.
Oh god!
I want to do.
What's happened there then?
I just want to do like a little Harry Potter and put my head in that water and just see like all the memories of Tom with Tim Burton. Tim Burton bullying him when he was a kid.
You don't like Beetlejuice or Edward Scissorhands?
Edward Scissorhands, I think I just don't really like it that much. Beetlejuice,
Do you not
quite
like
enjoyed,
the aesthetic?
To be fair.
I thought you meant beat.
I don't like his aesthetic. Like his Batman films are my least. Well, they're not my least favorite actually. But they're not my favorite. I do like Michael Keaton though, so that gives him extra point.
I was gonna. If you had a problem with actual Beetlejuice, I'd have gone swinging. I'd have been swinging.
But like, it's more his recent cinema that I don't like as much. Like Alice in Wonderland, that Dark Shadows
like Alice in
one.
Wonderland.
What about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
It's a weird one now. I prefer the actual Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie, it's just weird. All of his films are weird.
They're
too weird.
Tom doesn't like different people. We've heard it here first.
That's what we learned from that. That's what we leave it with.
That's exactly what I said.
Moving on. My first pet hate. This was my last one, so I probably consider it the one I didn't think of immediately. Was Marvel Sheep, and I've actually entitled it Marvel Simps.
Marvel Sheep.
Marvel Sheep or Marvel Simps. I don't like
Sims.
it. I
thought you said Sims.
Oh no!
I was like, what?
I don't like that. Every like reputable film person ever has the same ranking for Marvel films. I don't like how everyone hates Age of Ultron. I don't like how everyone loves Endgame. Well, that's actually, to be fair, that's not true.
Yeah, you hate it.
I don't. I think it wasn't necessarily a masterpiece, but just it was well done, and then that was kind of it. I don't think it was like an exceptional film.
Are any of them masterpieces? They're not like amazing films.
One of them is Winter Soldier.
I liked Infinity War, but it had flaws.
None of them are like original, like amazing new ideas and stuff. They're fun to watch.
I'd definitely
say that.
The way I'd describe them is that like most of them are good comic book movies, but there's only one that I would say is an actual really good film, and that is Winter Soldier. Like even if it wasn't a comic book movie, if it was just Chris Evans kicking things, I'd be like, this is just a good film.
Yeah, it's
not if it was just Chris Evans kicking things. It'd have to be more. But it's just a good film.
It is a bit of a hybrid, this one though. It's a mix of people just absolutely thinking like the Marvel films are like the best things out ever, and then it's also the people who kind of just agree on everything like Marvel based. Like you don't really see many debates like oh no, this film was better than that film. It seems like everyone just agrees, and it's making me turn like crazy. I don't know why everyone hates Age of Ultron. I've seen reasons, but they're all like pseudo reasons, like introducing characters and then killing them off. Like who cares? It's just like that's what happened. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to rant too much about that because it's not my biggest one. So
we can probably do a whole podcast on that.
Should we do it so we can only vote for like the other two's thing, and then we'll see who had the most votes, and then that's what goes in Room 101.
Oh, I've only ever seen clips of Room 101. I didn't realise there was a voting process.
Yeah, you're meant to decide what goes in Room 101.
Okay, so we're doing it for each round.
So yeah, just do it so you can't vote for your own one, vote out the other two.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna do.
So okay, Rory first. Let's go like that. Let's just go straight into Rory. Who are you voting to put in?
I'm putting Marvel Simpson because I agree with him.
I think I'm gonna get rid of Tom's because I mean Rory's one was entertaining, but it's not a real one, so I can't really vote for Rory's. So I'll vote for Tom's.
Okay, well, I was going to vote for Rory's because I sort of disagreed with Henry, but then everyone would have one vote, so I'm going to vote for Henry's.
Yay!
So
Henry's is probably the right one to go in, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, lads. Do you want to circle back to Rory? Do you want to do your medium Room 101?
Yeah,
starting to build now. The anger's starting to build.
Oh, no, yes.
Right, so I've got for my one 3D or 4D films. for the next one.
Good one.
Because I think
that's a good one. Yeah.
they're shitty
4D.
gimmicks. 4D, you know when they put you in the cinema and rock your chair about and spray water on you and make you smell
I've got a good story about that.
That has to be. I've never been in it. It sounds awful. That has to be the worst thing ever. When I go to to watch a film, I'd want to relax and watch it. I don't want to be like chucked about like I'm in the car with them. Like imagine Inception. You're watching Inception, and like you actually hit the water when they hit the water. Yeah, exactly.
The corridor's spinning. You just turn with it.
And 3D films, especially, I remember going to see them when I was younger, and I thought, okay, yeah, this is gonna be sick, and it'd be like 2 minutes of the film that was 3D.
I know what you mean.
As someone who wears glasses as well, they're even worse for me.
When you watch them,
I have to wear 2 pairs of glasses.
When you watch them in 2D as well, that was meant to be 3D, and then a bug comes close to the screen, you're just like, "Oh, I should have gone 3D because that would have been a bit cooler." But no, I've got a story about 4D because I went to, if you know that picture of me, like the really infamous one with I had one of those like cowboy hats on, and I was making a weird face and I had those glasses.
Oh yeah,
that was me at the Bugs Life in Florida, and that was a 4D. That was a 4D movie that we went to see, and there was a bunch of things, but there's only one that I remember, and it was worms. It was worms like running underneath in the chairs. Like it was meant to be the effect of worms sort of moving around underneath of our chairs. And I looked down, and it was literally just little probes, like pushing up into your bum, like tiny ones. And it was meant to be the effect that it was worms. And I remember thinking,
but you love that.
That seems a bit odd. Because there are children in here, and they're getting poked in the bum by little plastic things.
They're turning the frogs gay.
I didn't think much of it at the time, but I thought that seems like a bit of a violation just for that little effect. But yeah, I mean, I should probably open up to you properly about that because it's quite a harrowing experience.
I think you should just put that memory in room 101. To be honest, mate.
Yeah, I don't think you should open up to us. I think that's a therapist.
Just forget about it.
Oh, do you not want my problems, Tom?
I'm not a licensed therapist.
Okay, Tom, do you just want to do your room 101?
Yeah, all right. Okay, so I've sort of gone for a trope more than anything else. But fight scenes that have been cut and destroyed and you can't really see anything. The type of fight scenes where one punch has 3 different cuts.
Oh, blimey.
So, like, I use the examples of, like, The Raid and John Wick and the Daredevil TV show as examples of how to do fighting. Where it's all in shot. There's no cuts. It's just like a stationary camera, and you see everything. The choreography is great, and then you get shit like Jason Bourne films where it's all shaky, and then there's 40 different cuts, 3 different punches. You can't see anything, and it makes you feel ill, disorientating, and I just don't like any of it, and I hate it.
I just have an image of Tom like just leaving the cinema, green face, and just throwing up outside.
Because it looks bad, and it's like, it puts you in the action and makes you feel like you're there. And I'm like, no, it doesn't.
I can't go back in there.
Makes me feel ill.
Mum, don't make me.
Just kicking and screaming. No, it makes me nauseous.
Yeah, it does. It's shit.
Okay, yeah, no, I do agree to an extent. To be fair, I love John Wick. I love the fight scene.
Yeah,
in John Wick.
And then you watch a film like John Wick or The Raid, and you're like,
The Raid's
this is how it should be done. And then you go back to Bourne or something else, and you're like, this is god awful. Oh, Kingsman's a good example as well. That is good action.
I was going to say, I didn't know where you were going to lean there on Kingsman.
Kingsman's really good. It's like the one shots where you can see everything and you can see how good the choreography is. That's what is good. That is not.
Yeah, no, I thought it'd come to a natural break, so I revved up my one.
Yeah, I'm done. I've got that off my chest.
My one. This is probably actually. I was going to say this is the most specific one, and then my eyes sneaked up to number 1 spot, and no, it's not the most specific one. But my medium room 101 nomination is Brooke from Magic Mike. Has everyone seen Magic Mike?
No.
I saw it in Holland, Oh,
That's sus, mate.
this is gonna
That is
suck.
sus.
This is gonna suck. Now. You don't know what I'm talking about. But right, I saw it.
Why
in
did you watch
Holland
Magic Mike?
because it was on. It was English TV that was on in Holland, and I didn't know what it was about at the time because I'd never seen it.
Of
But
course.
no, I did watch it the whole way through. I didn't quit at any point, so I can't use the ignorance card. But there's a character in it, and it's Alex Pettifer's sister. I can't remember the actresses. I don't know what's politically correct nowadays.
I'm looking now.
Jesus.
I can't remember the name of the actor.
Cody Horn.
Yeah. Okay. No disrespect to her because she might be
Wait,
decent in
I'm
other
looking
roles.
that up.
She might be decent in other roles, but this one she was very, very bad because there were two scenes I remember distinctly, and one of them was when she'd sort of trundled into the dancing the stripper club, and she was just seeing what the guy did for the first time. Like it was her first time seeing him do like a strip routine, and the camera just switched between the routine and her face for her reaction. And I remember thinking, this is like one of those reaction videos where everyone bullies him in the comments for having no reaction because she just sat there with no expression in her face whatsoever. And I don't know if something was supposed to be happening in her eyes, like, oh, this is crazy, but there was no reaction whatsoever. It was awful. And I just wanted to get back to the dancing man, to be honest. But
the image I have of this is her sitting there and everybody being like, "Look how well he's dancing! Why aren't you impressed?"
It's not just that scene, though. It's not just that scene. In the ending scene, right? Channing Tatum and her are like having like a sort of a flirty discussion, and it's just like, oh, should we go to breakfast? It's like, but it's nighttime. What are we gonna do in all that time? And he's like, I don't know. And her face just blank. It's the same face, like literally just staring forward. Like the mouth is doing nothing. She looks like she doesn't really want to be there. It's not going to resonate because you haven't seen it, but it's really bad. It's really bad. And there's one scene where she's not like that. She's like laughing around, and it's like really fake laughter. And it just annoys me. Like, how did you get that role? Like, who just saw like her audition and went, "Wow, that's what we want. That is what we want."
I can't imagine they were getting a lot of high class actresses to audition for that role.
What with Matthew McConaughey?
Olivia Munn's in it. She's pretty good.
Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey, Matt Bomber, what's his name? Alex Pettifer, Channing Tatum. Yeah, there's loads of big roles in it. And for some reason, she just sucks. But
it sounds like you really have a passion for this film.
The film, I haven't seen the sequel, so probably not much. But
you haven't seen XXL?
No, I haven't.
Come on, mate.
Anyway, Tom, do you want to go next?
I've already been.
Oh yeah. Oh, we need to vote, don't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not getting voted for. So it's between Rory and Tom, basically. You're going to vote for each other. So I've got to vote between. I'm sorry for skipping that process, but none of you are going to vote for something you haven't watched, are you?
Oh yeah.
So
Basically, me and Rory are going to vote for and then you get to decide and pick.
So wait, remind me what it was again. It was the fight scene one.
3D, 4D films.
3D.
I'm going to go with 3D.
Although, yeah, I knew you would because he had a personal.
Yeah, I resonated
history
with that one. Yeah, I'm still traumatized from the little probes on my bum. That was
Rory.
Well, I'm Rory. Victory is yours. So I've won one. Rory's won one. Come on, Tom, pick it up.
Are these wins?
Yeah, win. That's a win.
We make it competitive.
Picking something you're annoyed
fair
at.
enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
Tom,
do you want me?
It's Rory. Yeah, Rory. Do you want to pick your penultimate 101? Your ultimate 101?
Yep.
I didn't do it for you.
Right.
I don't think you need to now, Henry.
Oh, okay, fine.
Here we go. Films that ruin cameos / surprises in the trailer, as well as like ruining the general plot of the film. That is the worst thing ever, and it's like a common thing in current films. I don't know if it's just like because nowadays people don't have the attention span and they think, oh, we need to see some action. Like the example I was thinking was Thor Ragnarok. Like I feel like they could have done that film by making it not clear that the Hulk was going to be in it, and then everyone had been like, "Oh my god, the Hulk's in this film," but instead they showed him in the trailer.
Yeah.
So, go on.
I thought you. The one that gets me. It's in the same universe, but in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, literally in the first trailer, that they have Zendaya go, "You're Spider-Man." Like they have the whole thing of her finding out that he's Spider-Man, and it's like that would have been a good thing to just put in like as a twist that she finds out, and just in the trailer like you're Spider-Man.
Civil War did that as well, though, didn't they? They did it with Spider-Man coming in, stealing Captain America's shield. Like that's just dead.
No, but that's what people were waiting for in the trailer. That one doesn't annoy me as much because everyone was waiting for that. They wanted that. That was the hook for the film.
Yeah. It seems like Marvel just like they just want to drum up hype way more than they want to have like a nice reveal in a film. Like I mean, everyone knew. Spoiler for Endgame, by the way, if you haven't, just skip ahead 30 seconds. Iron Man dying was literally the most obvious thing. Like, everyone knew it was going to happen. It didn't affect me at all. It was like one of the least sad deaths for me because I remember thinking, "Well, this has happened finally. When were they? How are they going to fit in the death? Oh, there it is, right, just at the end."
No, it was one of those things where because Captain America and Iron Man were both leaving because they knew they were leaving. Everyone was thinking one of them is going to die and one of them is just going to leave.
They should at least
know whose was who.
They should have made him like narrowly survive something, and everyone be like, "What?" And then he dies. Like just some little twist. They should have twisted it just a bit. And they didn't.
I had a side thing to go with the notes as well. I was thinking to stop stuff like this happening, films could stop releasing like the cast list and stuff before the film's out, because then people don't know that they're in there and they're not expecting to see, like, say if Mark Ruffalo was in the cast list beforehand. They didn't announce that, and then they put him in. Everyone would be like, "Oh my god, I'd be even better." I don't know if that's like a legal thing.
Another thing with, I mean, all of my issues with this seem to be with MCU and like Spider-Man as well. They released the trailer for that before Endgame came out, so you're like, obviously everyone knew that Spider-Man was going to survive. Like there was no people like, "Oh, maybe he's going to stay dead because he's like their most popular character." But anyway, they were just like. They released the trailer before the film came out where he comes back to life and just like, okay, so now there's absolutely no guessing.
So, Tom, what do you reckon for your one?
Well, this one I sort of didn't know if I should put it at the top, but the live action Disney remakes.
Oh.
So, like, Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, all of that. They're just they're just unnecessary. There's no point in because you'll watch them and you'll be like, it was all right, but it wasn't as good as the original. And every single one has been like that. It's all right, but they're not as good as the original. And then they add songs and they add characters that aren't good. They're not as good as they were in the original. The performances aren't as good as they were in the original. It doesn't look as good because it looks weird. Like in Lion King, you can't have photorealistic lions emoting and crying and looking upset because it looks weird. It's just not as good as they're just unnecessary. It's not that I hate them because I enjoyed the Aladdin one. I enjoyed watching them, but I just came out and just like, there's no point in it. I'd rather them have just made a new film instead of remaking one and making it worse.
It has just occurred to me. I wonder how many people, and I was one of these people who watched the trailer, saw like the Ad Bible post about, "Oh my god, new live action film coming out." I wonder how many people got excited for the trailer, watched the trailer, was absolutely gassed, and then just never watched the film. I think that's probably about 80% of the market. That's my guess.
It's just like, I was actually like, when I saw the cast of The Lion King, the like remake, I was like, this should be pretty good because the only one they should have kept was James Earl Jones, and they kept him.
Jeremy Irons. What about Jeremy Irons?
Yeah, Jeremy Irons was good.
Yeah, and then they put Childish Gambino in there, who's great. They put Beyonce in there, who's a great singer. And I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it's still not as good. It's just unnecessary.
The only one of them I've seen is the Beauty and the Beast one, and they had that really weird filter over the top of everything.
Yeah,
it was like, I don't know, like the Hobbit filter. I don't know how else to describe it. The way that they make everything look slightly shiny. It was horrid to watch.
The Beast looks really weird in that film as well.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
He really does.
it just looks. I know there's not really a natural way you could do it, but it just looks unnatural.
Yeah.
I
I
saw-
suppose you want the
sort of
Beast
like-
to look unnatural.
Yeah, but it's sort of like on that uncanny valley sort of bit where it looks. There's just something wrong about it. You can't quite put your finger on it. It's just there's just something wrong.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
just 'cause he's a beast.
See, now that I've said that, I probably shouldn't have put that as my number one hatred because I don't hate those films, but there's no point to them.
It's all right. You
They
had to
should have
rush
had
it.
they should have had KSI in the lead role.
Yeah, in every single one of them.
Just cast him
Beast.
for everything because he does everything now. So just cast him for absolutely everything. Just like Weatherman as well next week. Get him to do absolutely everything. Go on, Tom. What was that?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm done.
I remember I did actually see like an article recently, and it was like it was like Beauty and the Beast is basically just Stockholm syndrome, and it's very disturbing, not romantic.
Yeah, no, it is.
Because it's just someone getting obsessed with them because that's human psychology and our faults. And that guy should have been that beast should have been terminated, not romanticized.
He wasn't a great person.
Yeah, he's a bad boy. He wasn't a person at all, actually.
Well, he was originally. He was a prince and
Don't care what he was originally, Tom. He's a
Henry.
beast now.
Henry, it's 2020. Can you please have some respect?
I'll do a Twitter post later. I'll just screenshot my notes and just say, I'm appalled, I'm disappointed, I'm angry at myself for making these generalizations. Anyway,
But yeah, Henry, what about you?
well, my top one, and this was actually meant to be a topic for another podcast, but I don't think I could. I don't think any of us could drum up enough ideas. It was meant to be like a sort of a plot stereotype thing, like plots that you see a lot, and I don't think we'll ever think of enough. But this has always been an annoyance for me, and it's not really. You don't see it in many serious films. You more see it in like the bad films that just kind of rush a plot, and it is the main character was right plot. So you get every single character, every side character. There's like a villain who's up to no good, and he's sort of friendly with all the characters, and the main character and the audience, by the way, and every single member of the audience know he's dodgy, but none of the universe around him know he's dodgy. And then what happens is the main character accuses him in front of everyone, probably like drunk at a party, says, "Oh, yeah, I know you're up to no good," and everyone denies it, and you start to wonder as an audience, "Oh, is this guy not so bad after all? He does a lot for charity, you know." And then like the wife or something says, like, "Oh, you've got to apologise to him. You've got to go around his house and make amends because this guy's a great guy and he's not what you say he is." And then they go round a little bit early because they want to surprise him, and then they catch him in the act doing the dodgy thing. And the character of the audience was right all along. They were right from the very start. And it's just like it's that moment for the audience, like, "Oh my god, we're so smart. I knew he was up to no good." Like even after all the foreshadowing, all of the really obvious foreshadowing, all of the audience just gets this massive ego flush, and I'm so glad I was right. I bet none of the audience knew what was going on. And then
I can tell you have a massive hatred for this.
Yeah, and then there's a massive like heist style, like, right, I'm gonna prove him wrong. I'm not having this anymore. I'm gonna sort things by myself. The hero goes on a massive like. He like goes and sort him out. He like does like a big drop through the sky, and just like he gets some evidence. He'll go in and like crack the safe and get some evidence of like a receipt of evil stuff he bought or something, and then quickly duck out before the bad guy gets in. And then he'll put it up on the internet or something, or Facebook, and like say, "This is my proof that he's bad." And then everyone's like, "I'm so sorry for not believing you. I'm so sorry for." It's like, you know what the example is like. The example it's like is like you know, like in Breaking Bad, you know, what's his name? Guy with glasses. He runs the chicken shop. Gus
Fring.
Gus Fring, yeah. It's like that. It's like that sort of thing. It's in everything. I swear, there's so many films like that.
It's in Run Fat Boy Run.
Yeah,
That's the first one I thought of. But I did watch it the other week. Hank Azaria.
What's his face? Yeah.
It's also kind of in. Well, actually, no, it's not really. I was thinking Better Call Saul, Chuck, but no, not really.
American
Chuck.
Pie. I think it's him.
No, not really. But
I'm
you
watching
find
Chuck right now. Well, not right now. I've
No,
paused
no,
it,
it's
but-
It's
the
not that. It's
character.
not that. Yeah, the
Ah,
character
okay.
Chuck. But I reckon if you really like, you might have to sort of get some notes on what I just ranted about because it was a long one. But
I
if
know, I
you
got
kind
what
of
you mean.
commit that to memory, I reckon you'll start to see it in every like small film, like like quick money maker films. I bet you'll see that so often because I swear it happens everywhere, and it's so annoying. I think I might win this one.
Yeah, I've been moved by your passion. I have to say.
I've forgotten what anyone else said. I forgot what I said now.
Yeah.
So I should probably just win.
Well,
Should we band together? Let's band together, Tom, so that he doesn't win overall.
Oh,
okay.
but you can't remember.
So if we vote for each other, then he gets to pick.
Yes.
What was yours again? I'd forgot.
What was mine?
The trailers. Was that yours?
Trailers, yeah. Trailers.
That one actually annoys me, to be fair.
Yeah, that one annoys me as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna vote for Rory's.
Right.
Oh, now I wield power. Tom's was
Mine was the live action Disney.
Yeah.
Go on,
Who
Rory.
are you voting for, Henry?
It's you, Rory. It's you.
No, it's you, mate. It's you.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's you.
Yeah.
Because you said you vote for each other. I want you two to do it.
I vote for Tom.
Right. See, now I hold all the power.
Yeah. So you can either give Rory the win.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I could give it to Tom. We have a stalemate, and we all leave.
Or no, if we get a stalemate, we can go to our extra ones.
Oh, that's a good. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that because then we can go to the stalemate. Yeah,
Ooh,
right. I vote for Tom for absolutely no reason.
What a crazy turn of events!
Whoa. Right.
Wait, what? That doesn't work, does it?
Yeah,
no, because I voted for Tom. No, because I voted. Yes. Oh yeah. No, sorry. No, I'm being an idiot.
That's all right because we love him.
No, I got stuck. Right, carry on.
But that's all right because
I keep glancing over at the people in the chat. We just got Craig with the. It's so funny just watching him, like listening to us. Craig's our little recording. But anyway,
right, carry on.
Rory, start with your backup.
Oh, my last one's so bad.
We have to accept
that. Orlando Bloom is mine.
What's wrong with Orlando Bloom?
I just don't like him. Like he's just like smug. He's too good looking. There was that picture that came out of him on the surfboard recently, and he's packing as well.
His cock out.
Makes me like him even less.
So you're just jealous of him.
I am jealous of him.
That's why you hate him.
I don't think he's a great actor either. Let me be clear. No, but I am jealous.
He's great as Legolas.
Is he though? Like Legolas is I feel like anyone could have done Legolas, really. Is that just a Lego woman?
I was going to say, is that a woman who plays Lego?
Legolas.
I think anyone could have been Legolas, really.
It's never like
I just feel like just think he's a bad person, really. That's all. That's why we should put him in room.
Wait, you think he's a bad person, or you don't think he's a bad person?
No, I think he's a bad person.
Oh, if
you're hearing this, Orlando, I'm on to you, mate. I'm on to you.
He's got a newborn recently, Daisy Bloom.
It doesn't mean he's a good person.
It's just a great
bad
name.
People can have kids, Tom.
Look at Hitler.
You what?
Did he have kids? He didn't have kids.
True. He did.
I thought he did.
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah.
So I'll do some research. Right, hang on. Quick Hitler trivia here.
What did Hitler do? Did Hitler Jr. do anything?
What do you mean, what did Hitler do? He was a dictator.
I didn't mean that. What did Hitler Jr. do? Did he carry on his father's legacy, or did he just sit there on his arse?
I think he died, but I think the whole family died. Like he killed his family and himself at the same time.
No, he didn't. He didn't have any.
I was going to say you had one job.
I thought he did.
He had a lover that he met in 1929.
Typical.
But yeah, enough for that. Apparently, he created a public image as a celibate man without a domestic life.
Good
sorry,
on.
carry
I mean,
Didn't
no,
he?
I'm not going to say.
Good on him.
Right, Rory, do you want to? Wait, no, it's Tommy, isn't it?
I've done mine, yeah.
So I've gone in a similar route to Rory. I've gone with an actor. I've gone with Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider,
Oh.
blimey.
So even in films, even in films I like Grown Ups, he's the worst part. He's not funny. He's a comedic actor who doesn't have a funny bone in him. Like what's he in? He's in that really bad one where he swaps bodies with like a girl. Like he must be about 30 and he swaps bodies with a teenage girl and it's just weird. Don't like it. He's in the Amy Schumer TV show. That's all you need to say about that.
What's wrong with Amy Schumer, Tom?
She's not funny.
Oh no!
Controversial for our listeners.
He's in Big Stan, which is him.
Do you not like Bruce Bigelow, American Gigolo?
No, I don't like any. He's in. What's that? He's in one. It's just really racist. He's in a lot of He's in 50 First Dates where he's racist in it.
I mean, I laugh.
The hot chick.
So
he's just
it's funny. It's funny.
That goes well with what we said in the intermission there. What Henry just said.
Out the dishwasher. Do you not remember that? It's funny.
Yeah, it's just racist.
You're a disgusting racist, Henry. Right.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I really like because the other people that are in like Adam Sandler's crew, I can sort of get past because they seem like likable people who have a couple funny films. Like the person who plays Paul Blart, I don't remember his name.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
almost said Kevin Spacey.
He's alright. Who's that? The other one, like something Spade, David Spade. He's in that
that's probably why
Rules of Engagement TV show, which I quite enjoy. But just Rob Schneider is the absolute worst. He's the embodiment of dickhead.
This was your bonus.
Yeah, well, this is the one I wrote down after because I forgot, and I'd already got the other one.
I can't believe you just called him the embodiment of dickhead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you're listening, Rob, I hate you.
They don't listen to our podcast. No one listens to our podcast. We do it for us, not for anyone else.
But yeah, Henry, your go.
Yeah, it just went through my head. I was thinking, okay, that was Tom's. What was Rory's? And I thought of Hitler. I was like, did Rory just...
Yeah, Rory's was Hitler. I'm putting Hitler in.
Rory should win, really, shouldn't it?
Should put an easy one in so he gets voted. Do you know what? I find that I don't like Hitler as much as everyone else did. Like, you finally gets an easy ride, but he shouldn't. My last
Put
one
Stalin
was,
in, Henry.
Yeah, actually, he was worse than Hitler, allegedly.
There you go.
According to the stats. Expected
because it was
XG.
Yeah.
Because Henry prefers fascism over communism.
That is true.
Well, I don't think either of them are very good.
One is quite a bit better.
Well, I don't really know.
Well, let's get on with it. Let's not dip into
Henry, let's get to yours.
Right, my one is it's only loosely related to film. It's TikTok actors. If anyone's ever seen, I've seen Cody Ko's excellent video on TikTok actors. It's like POVs. Like, for example, as the people watching the TikTok will be the other character. Will be like the.
Oh, I've seen these.
For example, I mean, being in a TikTok POVs, I've given birth, I've died, I've been on a bit of debris floating away. There's so many roles I've undertaken in POVs as the person watching, and what you get is people like Tyler Brash on TikTok who will kind of just act to the camera like with stuff happening around them, and they'll just be like, and they just overact, and there's like, I don't really know what's the I don't really know how to say this without swearing. What's the basically it's when people are like e-boys. Okay, that's how I do it. E-boys, like you know, like the ones where they bite their lip and they and they like insert that into their acting. They kind of implement like lip bites into serious acting. Like the wife has just had a miscarriage, and it'll be like, "Don't worry, baby, we'll try again. It's okay." we're both young. We can try again. It's awful. And there are people, everyone in the comment section, they'll either limit their comments so only their friends can comment, or they'll just like all the comments that support them, so they're the only ones at the top. And I go on these comment sections because I want to see people saying, "Stop, please, just train yourself in a proper profession." And it's never hate. There's never any hate. And it's just like people saying, "Oh my god, you're such a good actor," and it's like, no, it's not realistic at all. It's just overacting. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair enough hatred.
Yeah.
So who wins that one then?
Well, who wants to vote first? I voted first last time, so I'm not going to vote first this time.
Wait, Henry hasn't voted first.
So it was Orlando Bloom, not Hitler, and Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
I don't hate either of those. I don't mind them. I think I'm going to go for Tom's because I think Rory's was a bit irrational.
Not irrational. It's personal.
You just don't like alpha males, and Orlando Bloom is one.
Orlando Bloom is not an alpha male. Do you see his pointy ears?
The reason we have a lot of different.
That's just when he's an elf.
We have a lot of spats on this,
nonetheless.
And I think it's the same reason.
Pointy ears.
Just admit, Rory, you don't.
And his womanly ways. He is not an alpha male.
Just admit you.
I saw him churning. I saw him churning butter the other day. I'm not lying.
That means.
Is that
exactly. Because you're a beta, right?
Right, okay.
I vote for because Henry made fun of mine there. I'm voting for Tom.
Well, I've won, so my vote doesn't really matter. But
well done, Tom.
I mean, I do like. I'm going to vote anyway. I do like Orlando Smith, so I would find it difficult to vote for
Orlando Smith.
Orlando. I don't even know. I don't know.
He was a blacksmith.
I think Tom loses by default for that, and Rory wins. There we go. Sorted. Wrap it up here. Don't worry about it, Craig. We're done.
I was gonna vote for yours there, but now I'm gonna vote for Henry's.
Oh, this is far too personal. I massively disapprove of this.
You weren't gonna vote for mine. You just said you disagreed with me.
I was gonna. You should listen. I was gonna say, even though I disagree with Rory, Henry's just isn't to do with film, really. So I can't vote for it.
It's acting.
That is true, actually.
It's acting.
I wouldn't say anything on TikTok is acting.
Well, no, not really, but that's why it's in my room 101, because it's not really acting, but it is by genre. I'm sorry. If you looked at their hashtags, I bet you'd see film, TV, acting, all of those buzzwords.
I could hashtag anything film, and it would.
Yeah, did they do it in a TV show or a film, Henry?
No, they didn't, because they weren't good enough. That's why it's in room 101, because they weren't good enough. Oh,
well done, Tom. Well done for winning, Tom.
This has caused a rift.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to. Well, actually, I say we should maybe sort it out next episode. But I found Ask Reddit recently, and I thought, wow, there's a lot of good film questions in that. So I've got a few of them for next week, possibly.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening to the Bring 'Em It podcast.
Yeah. See you soon.
Do be sure to comment and please just let us know you're listening.
Listening,
please. Just tell us if you're listening. Just tell us if you're there.
Help!
We're just talking to.
Are you all right, Henry?
Salad fingers. We need to do something
Rasp
related.
Rasp.
They just ignorant textureless pole. Right. Anyway, let's end things while we're laughing. Just laughing. Oh, hang on. Wait. Keep talking. I need to type Craig leave.
So.
That's all